Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you for hosting this event. For those that are at the periphery, feel free to come in, check out our literature, check out the great food, listen to some great activism. Patience is what I'm going to be talking about today. Who here is tired of that word? Patience. It's been weaponized by the privileged classes. It implies inaction. Inaction may be comfortable to those who have stable housing or those who are white, able-bodied, cisgender, straight men in positions of power or influence. But it is so unbelievably uncomfortable to many who identify outside of these dominant social classes. To those who may be in constant fear that the roof over their heads may not be there tomorrow. The other thing I hate hearing, things will be better in 10 years. Wait 10 years. This is toxic optimism, and it's patronizing at best. It's oversimplified. It underestimates how thoroughly ingrained classism, racism, transphobia, and homophobia is in our institutional, familial, social, and professional structures. Because what is better? Is better equal, equitable? Is better just tolerated for oppressed communities? And in 10 years, when there are still those Greenburgh community members who are facing housing discrimination or homelessness, will we again have to hear the unempathetic conflation of better with fair, equal, or just? Because better is not fair, equal, or just. Does this imply that we haven't already waited the last 10 years for the same false and misguided promises? I wish to tell you the reality of Greenburgh's housing crisis for the LGBTQ community. This reality has been going on for the last 10 years and longer, and it persists today, and it will remain another 10 years if we don't do something immediately. Because better is not tolerable. We need radical, progressive, immediate change. These statistics I'm about to quote are no longer something that we should be patient for in 10 years. In 2018, the Loft LGBT Community Center did a survey of over 600 residents of Westchester who are LGBTQ plus identified. What they found was that more than 1 in 5, 22.5% of participants in this survey lived under 200% of federal poverty line. Almost 90% of older adults were very concerned about the lack of options for LGBTQ-friendly assisted living and home care. We need more affordable housing here for the LGBT community. The Chapin Hall Center for the Children of the University of Chicago did a national survey that was representative of our entire country. This was of younger people, ages 13 to 25. What they found was appalling. 40% of youth experiencing homelessness are part of the LGBTQ plus community. Queer community members are 120% more likely to experience homelessness. And we have special needs for those that are homeless, because homeless shelters can deny people shelter based on their gender identity or inappropriately house them in gendered space that they don't identify with. We need more education, we need more mental health and addiction services, and we need more advocacy for the LGBTQ homeless youth population. And lastly, according to the National Center for Transgender Equality, 1 in 5 transgender people have experienced homelessness. And another 1 in 5 transgender people has been discriminated against when seeking a home, specifically because of their gender identity. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has stated that discrimination against transgender renters or home buyers based on gender identity constitutes sex discrimination and is prohibited under the Fair Housing Act. This means we need more local and state level legal protection against gender identity discrimination. What we don't need is patience. What we don't need is another 10 years, or to be told once again by someone not in our communities to tell us how to behave while being discriminated against. We need love, we need nurturing, we need acceptance, We need our human rights restored. And we need them now, and we need you to take action. Since my gender transition, too often I hear the words, "There's nothing I can do." I am tired, and I'm sure we all are tired of hearing this, because we know the truer statement is, "There's nothing I want to do." How do we motivate a world that accepts the status quo, as long as it doesn't make the dominant class uncomfortable? But we bring the discomfort to them. We vote, we petition, we fill out surveys, we attend local political and activism meetings, we show up, we donate our time, our services, our skills, our talents, our resources, and our money. We appear publicly visible. We deserve to appear publicly visible. We correct people who misuse our pronouns or expect us to be in a heteronormative relationship. We call in those allies who want to learn, who want to contribute, and want to do better now, not later, and not as a second, a third, a fourth, or other priority. Greenburgh Pride is completing a needs assessment survey, including questions on topics of housing discrimination in our communities. You do not have to be a member of the LGBTQ+ community to fill out the survey. Please look at it. It's on greenburghpride.org. We are launching our website this week. I want to thank, there's several members here who have been very, very helpful in helping us, including Michelle and her daughter Elizabeth, Joe Cesarano for helping me set up the website. We have not existed without him. And Rob Wingate for contributing so much, including not just to our original rally, but to this rally today. Thank you. Please take a look at the website when it launches this week. Please fill out the needs assessment survey. We plan to bring those results to our local community leaders, to our local political and community organizations, and we're going to try and call in our town's decision maker to do the right thing. Because together we can do better, and if we do better, there's no longer any need for any more patience. Thank you very much.